Hey guys, back here with Tua for another video. Week 18 update pup date time. And for those of you that are new, I do this style video every Sunday as he turns another week old, just to not only keep track of everything for myself, but to give any potential future Bull Mastiff owners kind of a catalog of stuff to reference if you wanted to look back and say, I wonder what they're like around this age. This will be broke down week by week for you guys. So it should be a really cool thing for not only myself to look back on, but give any potential owners lots of good information to look back on. And if you have a question, hopefully answer any of those. Questions about behaviors at a certain age, weight at a certain age, training abilities at a certain age, anything like that. So I'm glad to make these videos for you guys. Another good week. It was very windy this week, so we didn't get them on a lot of walks. I think we only got them on like 2 walks. Because where we live, for almost the entire week up until basically today and yesterday, it was like 40 to 50 mile an hour wind gusts. So it was just terrible. And with that brought cold weather, so we were back into like the 30s. Now today it's supposed to be in the 70s again. But yeah, not a good week for walks, just a couple. Just got him weighed in, and I'll let you guys go ahead and take a guess at how much weight he gained this week. Go ahead, take a guess. 4 pounds. I think last week I was saying I don't get it. Every week, 4-pound weight gain. But like I keep saying, I guess that's a good thing. He's consistent. He's putting on 4 pounds a week, every week, like clockwork. 52 pounds last week, 56 now. So we know what to expect every single week now. So I'm just going to go ahead and start this right off with the things that I touch on every week, starting with drooling. Drooling is exactly the same. There is none, unless it's just what you count when he has just drank some water and a little bit comes off of his jowls. Although I will say I really tried to tease him again this week. Like I mentioned last week in the update week 17 video, I really tried to tease him with that food to get him to drool. And I guess I would say at the very corners of his mouth, it was starting to pool up a little bit. The first time I was really able to notice it. So week 18 would be about the only time that I have seen him begin to drool. But like I said, I had to kind of tease him to get him to drool a little bit. But it definitely wasn't anything hanging. It was just starting to pool up right in the corners of his mouth when I was really trying to tease him with that food and make him wait for a while. Barking has increased, I would say, from last week to this week. But not in the sense that he's barking at things or barking in a guarding way or anything like that. It's increased, but it's only increased during play, when he's playing with another dog or when he's playing with us. So nothing to make too much note of, I guess. He's been consistent with that pretty much since we've had him. The only time is when he barks, it's when he's playing. Same situation now, but just ticking upwards, I guess. Barking more during play, I would say. Another thing that I update you guys on every single week too is his teeth. He hasn't lost any more this week, and none in there that are even loose from what I can tell. However, he does have molars poking up in the back now, kind of like where people would get their wisdom teeth. He has them coming up in the top and the bottom. So that was kind of interesting, I thought, but canines are still all there. And I'll just give you guys an update on his tooth that he had broke from a couple weeks back, or maybe it was week 17, I can't remember. I think it was week 17. That's still looking really good, not seeming to bother him at all. Doesn't seem to be infected at all, so that ended up being a non-issue. And as far as we can tell, no pain whatsoever. Energy levels this week. Last week I had said that energy had probably stayed about even from week to week, which was the first time that had happened. And this week I can say with confidence that it went down for whatever reason. Last week I remember saying that if I had to put money on it, as far as his energy level, if it was going to continue going down, if that was going to be a trend, I said absolutely not. I thought it would continue to increase. And now this is the second consecutive week where it's gone down. I guess last week I said it didn't really go down. It was more of a stayed the same. But this week, it definitely went down. And the other thing that I thought was kind of ironic with that, or kind of weird, was we weren't able to get him out on as many walks. So you would think his energy level would have been up. But it was not. It was actually down. He did a lot more sleeping and a lot more just kind of laying down, hanging out around us. Where normally he would kind of wanting to be chewing on us, playing with us, trying to play with our min pin, stuff like that. He was just really chill this week. So it'll be interesting to see if that continues into the next week. Maybe that's a trend. If it continues, I guess it is a trend that his energy level kind of peaked a couple weeks ago. We'll see. Not going to make any predictions on that. Socialization this week. He didn't really meet any new dogs. Besides, I guess our neighbor's dogs that he can kind of see through the fence. And they basically just bark at him, and he kind of just watches them as they bark at him. Chill out, man. Chill out. We just got to get through this video. I know. Classic Tua. As soon as the camera's on, it's just me and him. He goes crazy. He did meet a few new people in stores and on walks. Dude, relax. Relax, relax. Here, chew on your bone. Like I said, a few new people in some stores and on walks. Nothing too crazy, though. And like I've said before, he loves people. He's going to have no issues with people whatsoever as he gets older. I'd be absolutely shocked if he did. He just seems to be a people dog. Loves people. Another thing kind of related to like socialization, too, is it's really starting to stick out to me, especially this week, that he does not mind being alone at all. He absolutely loves to be with us, and he kind of sticks close to us, but we can put him out in the yard, and obviously we keep an eye on him, but we can put him out in the yard for a couple hours sometimes, and he's completely cool with it. You look at him when he's out, we'll look at him through the window and stuff to see what he's doing. He's just laying around in the yard, kind of walking around, sniffing stuff, chewing on sticks, chewing on toys that we leave out there for him, and he's completely cool just being alone. So that's kind of interesting, and that's a good thing that he can be alone, and he also likes to spend time with us though also. Pretty good trait to have, I would say. Doesn't mind being alone in his crate either. Every once in a while, if he knows like it's around mealtime or something and he happens to be in there, he'll start whining. But otherwise, no whining really, unless he's got to go to the bathroom or he knows a meal's coming. So that's awesome. One thing that I touched on a couple weeks ago was I said he was starting to shed noticeably for the first time. Like I could notice stuff on my clothes if he was sitting on my lap, kind of how he is now. And I said it was kind of around that shedding season time though also. So maybe that had a lot to do with it. And on top of that, it had to do with I'd never brushed him before. So I did get him a brush after that week. And I've been brushing him off and on, kind of when he's eating and stuff is a nice, good time to do it because he's focused on eating. And I'm getting a lot of hair off him with that brush. I ended up getting a Furminator. I don't know if I had said that yet or if I said that in the other video that was the one I was going to get. But that's been working really well, and I have noticed that the little bit of shedding that he was doing has been cut down quite significantly by me just brushing him a little bit here or there. But I'd be interested to hear from some of you more experienced Bullmastiff owners what their shedding is like as they get older. I've heard it's not crazy intense shedding, but I've heard it's there also. So I'd love to hear from you guys to let me know what to expect. Other than that, guys, that's kind of all the stuff from this last week. We didn't really have any big incidences or anything big news-wise, I guess. It was just kind of a normal week, kind of a slower week, because I said it was so windy and cold that we didn't really get to do a whole lot. Got a little bit of training done, did end up getting on a few walks, got out a little bit. We were in the yard a lot, but nothing too significant. I guess it's really starting to stick out to me how much he's growing, too. It's crazy how far we've come. I think when we brought him home at 8 weeks, he was 17 pounds, and to think now he's 56, it's crazy. And sometimes I look at him, and it's just like, man, you are huge. And it's funny because we got a long way to go. He is not done growing yet by a long shot. So his dad was 150 pounds, so it'll be interesting to see how close he gets to that, or if he exceeds that. Man, you are just nutso right now. But, looking forward to doing another pup date for you guys next week. I hope you're enjoying the videos. I'm enjoying making them because I get to spend time with Tua while I'm making them. So thanks again for watching, guys. Have a good rest of your day. And as always, take care. Say bye, buddy.